Hey YouTube, how you doing? Alan back once again for another of my series of spinner reviews. And today I have something that might look pretty familiar to you. If it doesn't, it definitely should. This is the Trillium by One Drop Yo-Yos out of Eugene, Oregon. And this is a very highly sought after, absolutely awesome tri-spinner, titanium. Very, very light, very, very quiet, and just a beauty to spin. This is something I carry with me a lot, and I've really been enjoying this, and I've been looking forward to getting out here and doing a review on it. So, yeah, and it has a couple extra goodies that come with it as well in the box. It comes with an extra set of weights, so you basically get two spinners in one. Comes with an extra One Drop R 188 10 ball bearing, which is sealed, and also comes with a couple extra finger pads that you can replace the ones that come installed with it. So just a great titanium spinner, a beauty, hard to come by, but definitely a nice one. So without any further ado, let's take this down to the tabletop. We'll break it down, see what makes this thing tick, and we'll do that right now. All right, up close and personal time with the One Drop Trillium. What can I say about this spinner that really hasn't already been said? It is definitely worthy of Grail status. It is a magnificent spinner, beautifully done, beautifully designed, well machined, made in the USA, and really what more could you really ask for other than that? Basically, this is it's a modular spinner, which means it totally disassembles, and it's kind of like getting two spinners in one because they include another set of weights, and these are brass weights. It also comes with a second R188 one drop bearing and an extra set of the silicone finger pads. Also included in your box, you're going to get a nice black velvety pouch to carry it in, a couple of one drop stickers, and of course the box is just a small cardboard cube with the Trillium on the front. You see there the Trillium flowers, One Drop logo down in the corner, and of course there's a sticker on the back that it is made in Eugene, Oregon. So definitely nice. It is a US made spinner, highly, highly sought after. This is a fan favorite of a lot of people. Very hard to come by. You got to basically be in on the drop when they drop. Otherwise, you'll have to revert back to the secondary market to get one, in which case these things go for anywhere from $200 to $400, all depending. So definitely worth the price that you would pay, the regular retail price of $180, because basically you are getting two very, very high quality spinners. Titanium construction, nice sealed R188 bearing inside, an extra set of the brass weights, which I will not put on here for the purpose of this review, but it does kick that thing up to about 97 grams. This spinner, as it sits, is 47 grams right out of the box with the titanium weights. The finger pads in the center, as you can see, they do. Although they do, they provide great grip. I mean, this thing is so effortless to spin and to hold on to. You barely have to put any kind of pressure, so you're not going to have to worry about any kind of finger fatigue. But they do have a tendency to show bubbles underneath the silicone pads. I like the silicone pads. Some people would prefer the feel of the titanium actually in your hand rather than the silicone pads, but I like the pads myself. They make for great grip, not only in your hand, but for table spins. This thing is not gonna, it makes it virtually silent. I mean, the spinner is silent as it is, but with those finger pads on there, it is even more silent. So definitely stealthy, not real huge. Let me see if I can get kind of a spin radius for you. You're looking maybe 2.5 inch spin diameter on this thing. So it's not real huge. It is not real heavy. It is very, very quiet. So it is perfect for a stealth spinner, and I do fidget with this thing every day. I take it with me to work, and I really, really enjoy it. Now, the bearings capture system on this spinner is, let's see if I can bust these loose. They get kind of snug, but I'll take one off and kind of show you. It consists of 2 arm plates, 2 Y plates that are pinched together that capture the bearing in the center. And you can see the weights have a nice post there. Very nice machining. Very tight tolerances on these things. And they just fit together nice and easy. They can be kind of a bear to get off sometimes. So you probably don't want to torque them down too terribly tight. But what they do is they pinch the whole frame together to capture the bearing inside, which is absolutely awesome design. Kind of, it is similar to a regular spinner with a bearing lock system in the way that it doesn't provide any lateral pressure to the bearing from the sides. The bearing is captured from the top and the bottom, which just like a lot of spinners with the bearing lock system, kind of works the same way. This just makes it a little bit tougher to get to, just because of the fact you have to remove all the weights. But I'll take the finger buttons off here real quick, and you can take a peek, because you can see the one drop R188 from that vantage point right there. Very nice bearing. It does give you an extra one with it. Being a nice sealed bearing like that, there's no need to ever have to clean it. So if you are a big fan of spin times, this thing is not going to win any spin time championships, that's for sure. It is not meant to be a long spinner. It is meant to give you spin satisfaction, which this thing definitely does. What it lacks in spin times, it definitely makes up in spin experience for sure. This thing is absolutely smooth, buttery smooth, very, very quiet, and is just awesome. Very, very awesome to spin. Very comfortable. Like I said, it's about 47 grams. What I'll do here real quick, just to show you, I'll pop it on the old scale here. Get that to reset. There we go. See if I can drop this down a little bit, make it a little bit easier to see. That does it right there. 47.1 grams. So it is reasonably light, which I'm okay with. Like I said, for me, 50 to 75 grams is kind of like in my wheelhouse. And this one does, come real close to falling into that. But the way this thing feels, it almost feels like you're holding a precision instrument as compared to just a spinner. It has that good of a feel. And like I said before, I like the finger pads. So to me, having them on there, you virtually cannot even feel this thing spinning in your hands. That's how buttery smooth, comfortable, soft. Feels very, very soft, very, very grippy, and is just amazing. Now, of course, there's a couple of mods you can do to this thing. You could actually flame treat this and give it some color, which just adds a little bit more to the character of this thing. And that is something that I might be looking at here in the near future. I'm thinking about taking a shot at flame anodizing. So that might be something that I post a video on later on if I decide to do that. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely marvelous. You see the very nice spin effects you get from it with those titanium weights. I prefer the titanium weights because the 97 grams, to me, it just feels, as far as fidgetability is concerned, it's a little bit hard for a forward flick like this. But with the titanium weights on it, it is virtually effortless. A pull spin, same thing. Very, very effortless. Very comfortable. And definitely one that needs to be in your collection if it is not already. Got to keep an eye on OneDrop. I'll leave a link to their site, and you can sign up for their newsletter, and they will inform you of scheduled drops for these things. Like I said, they do go for $180, and of course I am waiting for the next drop because I would love to be able to pick up another one of these. So now, with the way it looks here, as gorgeous as it is, absolutely looks just as gorgeous when this thing warps. So what I think we'll do is we'll take this thing outside, put a little sunshine to it, get a peek at what it looks like when it warps, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts and assessments on the OneDrop Trillium. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that portion of the video. Let me give you my final thoughts on the OneDrop Trillium. Pretty simple. Definitely got to have it. It is just an amazing spinner. Puts everything that I've ever used to total shame. There are some nice spinners out there, but this one just takes it to a whole new level. It is a very nicely machined precision instrument for sure, no doubt about it. And you can tell by looking at this thing just how awesome it is. So what I think I will do, I'll leave a link down below that'll take you to OneDrop's website, where you can get on their mailing list so they can notify you of the next drop. And definitely, if you can swing it and have the finances to pick one of these up at $180, believe me, you will not regret it. I absolutely love mine, and wouldn't trade it for any other spinner out there. So once again, I want to thank you much for hanging out with me today. Do me a favor, click that like button down below. I do appreciate that. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Just click the icon up in the corner here. Click that. Check out my other videos. There's one right over here for you to take a peek at. Go ahead and take a look at that if you would. And in the meantime, do me a favor. Keep calm. Spin on. Peace.